Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Maybe I need to show you that. It's a little screw. I'm not sure where it's come from. Something's got a screw loose somewhere. Anyway, let's do a collective reading. Let's see what today's story is all about. I'm kind of working backwards, I feel, because we're going to be using the secret language of colour cards first. I've chosen some cards that I've not used in a while. So we get one of these cards first, then we're going to go to the Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards, and this will give us a story, and then we shall end with some tarot cards, and I think I'm going to use the Witch's Tarot. Okay, let's go to the secret language of colour cards. It's been a while. There's a little orange dot and a little pink dot on the side here. Interesting. A little orange dot and a little pink dot. Just with the different colours here. It's a bit of a bizarre colour to be sitting there. These feel nice and light. Let's have a look at the message, the secret message from the colour cards. We have black. Find richness from the dark night. Card number 28. The dark night of the soul. Hear that birdie out there? Got to find richness from the dark night. 28. It's not in here. I can't even read the message for you. It goes from 25 to 31. It's not got a screw loose. It's got a few pages loose. Okay, find richness from the dark night. Let's go to the Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards because I'd like a story to go with this. Don't speak much when you're in the dark night of the soul. You feel all lost and alone. You've got to find richness from it. Okay. Card number 28, which brings us to a 10. When you add those two numbers together, a 2 and an 8. A 2 and an 8. Brings you to a 10, which then takes me to the Wheel of Fortune, destiny, completion, cycles. Here's the card. Impatience. Okay. Well, you need to go through the dark night to come out the other side. So I feel this energy, I'd say, of the Divine Masculine here, wanting to hurry up the process, okay, of the dark night of the soul. But you've got to find richness from it. And then it will start to lift. So, in a way, you're not learning your lesson. Impatience. We'll have a look at the blue cards at a glance. Okay. Well, let's go to impatience. Electric blue moon. So instead of me reading what the whole card means, I'm just going to this quick summary here. Blue cards at a glance. It's that little blue dot there. Just like that moon, doesn't it? So impatience, electric blue moon. Your desire to create may overpower the necessity of aligning with divine timing. The time to shine will come. Move with the energy and not in front of it. Being present has its own reward. Wow. I've never read the little individual messages before. That was quite insightful. Impatience, electric blue moon. Your desire to create may overpower the necessity of aligning with divine timing. The time to shine will come. Richness from the dark night. Move with the energy and not in front of it. Being present has its own reward. Well, let's go to the tarot cards. I might be able to pull a few short messages. It's interesting because this character's on the front, and I always feel a karmic energy with this this character here, but she's not the one who's on the book. And normally the front of the box is normally the front of the book. This is the companion. This is the companion that you're seeking. Right, let's turn the deck up the right way. Pink. Pink at the top, blue at the bottom. Two of Wands. That would be the card of impatience. Check out the globe he's got there. Okay, I've got another card as well. And the Two of Swords. That just shouts divine timing. So we've got the feminine here. Your companion, divine masculine. It's about aligning with divine timing. Interesting that she's got two blue wristbands around her wrists. The blue cards at a glance. Okay, now the Two of Wands suggests partial success. Two of Wands with the Two of Swords. Two of Wands, partial success. Two of Swords. The fairies are deflated. This is the divine. I'd say, well, that's the divine feminine, but I just said the divine connecting with the richness of source. Two alone characters here. And I feel the feminine knows how to connect with the divine. Let's read these cards. Two of Wands. This card represents partial success. While others may think you hold the world in the palm of your hand, you may still feel like you are unsure of where to go next. Such scenarios occur when an unexpected promotion or career advancement leaves you feeling unsure of what to do next. That feels like that comes in with yesterday's reading. Such scenarios occur when an unexpected promotion or career advancement leaves you feeling unsure of what to do next. There is a partial success, and you may feel like you are at the halfway point of your personal goals. There are choices and serious decisions to be made. But look around you. There is help, support, and advice from a mentor. Take their good advice and enjoy this new business or career opportunity. Finally, this card can symbolise a successful business partnership. I nearly choked then on my own breath. Pages number 176 and 177. What I felt there was the divine feminine here. She is sending you encouragement, divine masculine. It's like, wait, your time will come. Whatever it is that you're planning, this business partnership, what else did it say? Unexpected promotion or career advancement, leaves you feeling unsure of what to do next. You need to go within. You do know what to do next. I feel the divine feminine is talking to you and encouraging you to follow your passion. I don't feel like you've got great support in your life. That's where you find the richness from the dark night. You get to meet the divine. Okay. Good advice from a mentor. Connects with the divine. Let's look at the Two of Swords here. See where the swords are. When this card turns up in a reading, it is a warning that you have blocked off your heart and emotions and are holding in your feelings. You are literally refusing to see what is right in front of you. Your heart says one thing, while logic says another. The water in this card represents your emotions and the repression of them. Just as a woman has turned her back on her feelings, you need to be aware that you are blocked and have closed yourself off. You may think you have balance, but there is no resolution. Take a careful look at both sides of the situation. Consider your options. Boundaries are a positive thing, but do not shut yourself off from others. I'll say, Divine Feminines, if you are shut off from connecting with the Divine Masculine aspect, let's say that because that's actually what came out the other day in message 2. There was an imbalance between the feminine and masculine energy. You need to open up, Divine Feminine. So consider your options. Boundaries are a positive thing, but do not shut yourself off from others. Be like the water and the swords in this card. Stay calm and reflect like the water while you work through this, and be balanced like the swords as you work for equilibrium and understanding. I think, Divine Feminine, what you need to understand is the Divine Masculine feels like he has no one. And you are divine. And you can connect with the Divine Masculine if you allow yourself to do so. The key words, the heart and mind are not in agreement. Putting up unhealthy boundaries, holding in your true feelings, working for balance of heart and mind, and considering your options. Will you be there for the Divine Masculine? It's like he's searching in the dark for you. Wow. Okay. Let's pull another message. The secret language of colour cards. Listen. Do you want to know a secret? Do you promise not to tell? Whoa, whoa, closer. Let me whisper in your ear. Say the words you long to hear. Okay, so we have now blue, red, yellow, white. Blue, red, white, yellow. Okay, sapphire. Regenerate your body. The energy of you being as fit as a fiddle. Okay. Regenerate your body. Comes in a bit with these wristbands, doesn't it? Don't it? Don't it just? Okay. Regenerate your body. Prepare. Prepare for what? Action. It's like the fairies are tired. Okay, I feel this has been a very tiring journey. Because the masculine is wanting to get out of the dark night of the soul. I'm not sure where the feminine is. I'm not sure she knows. But I do think that she is there by the Divine Masculine side no matter what. Okay, I feel like she needs reminding of her commitment. Not going to see much there. It's all blank. Red. Free yourself from pain. Card number 2. This needs to occur for both of you. Free yourself from pain and turmoil. White. Lighten up. Card number 24. And then we have lemon. Access innovative thinking. That'll be changing it around, won't it? Access innovative thinking. Thinking of you and the things you do to me that makes me love you. And now I'm living in ecstasy. That's better. Okay. Works both ways. The Divine Masculine's thinking of you and the things you do for him. And you know what the Divine Masculine does to you, Divine Feminine. Lifts your spirits. That's what he does. Okay, faith. I'm not sure if that character's in every card, and I'm not going to go looking. But he's in both of these cards here. Now, these all feminines. One's got the world, another's got their hands open with the Ace of Cups, unconditional love. And then there's another character here. And then we have, I would say, the Amethyst. All is well. Fit as a fiddle. All is well. Faith. Let's read this message. I just want to keep saying faith, the final frontier. Space. It's like that's what you needed. You both needed some space to actually think. Think and forgive. Let's go to faith. It's what we all turn to in the end. I was thinking about this today, about how we all turn to God. We all know who God is, don't we? Okay. And and God's energy. And it's like at some point in everyone's life, they will turn to God. It's like, why do we wait until our life is, or until we are at such a level where all we can do is pray? It's like, that energy is there for you all the time. Okay. So we all know who God is. Royal purple brick. I am more than I think I am. Oh, okay. We're actually reading the whole card with this. The legend. Peggy is terrified. She can't see past the wall in front of her, and it is preventing her from moving forward. She cries out for help. The great spirits appear and tell her that she is holding a royal purple brick, thinking it is a wall. They encourage her to place the brick back in the path and ask her not to give up on life. Peggy lowers the brick to the ground and courageously steps forward. Her future lights up. Okay, the inspiration. What frightens you is something much smaller than you know. If you are experiencing pain, holding on tighter will only worsen the situation. Your greatness awaits. Free yourself from pain. Access innovative thinking. Lighten up. The personal inquiry. I have tremendous amount of personal magnetism. Am I willing to allow myself to shine? Key ideas. I'm reading these words when I'm looking at them. New ideas I saw instead of key ideas, and personal injury rather than personal inquiry. Key ideas. Narrow focus. Miracles all around. Not following wise counsel. Not accepting your gifts. Using energy in a self-defeating way. Keywords, gifts, muse and fear. And that actually, thinking of you and the things you do to me, for me. That takes me very much to the muse energy. Who is your muse? Who got you through the dark night of the soul? Divine Feminine. Thoughts of your Divine Masculine. And how they do something very magnificent to your energy. Okay, when you're in alignment. Right, let's go to the purple. The purple cards at a glance. Faith. We are all wounded. Some wounds are recognised easily, while others are not. Forge ahead and do not allow your pain to hold you back. You are meant to inspire others, and if you do not carry on, they will suffer. Wow. No guilt trip or anything. They're trying to put you on. It is time to deliver your message. Okay. You are capable. Oh, I've actually gone to gratitude, Lucy from Indigo. You are capable of more than mere mortal conversation. This is a time of enlightened communication, and you will raise the consciousness of others. You are stepping into self-mastery. The gifts you see in others already live within you. Okay, but I do want to repeat, Faith. We're all wounded. Some wounds are recognised easily, while others are not. Forge ahead and do not allow your pain to hold you back. You are meant to inspire others, and if you do not carry on, they will suffer. I just think that's a bit harsh. Is this time to deliver your message? Okay, message delivered. Let's go to the Witches Tarot. It went for the connection. Come on. It's the 1111 card. The Divine Feminine's there, look. 4 feminines. All doing like the wild dance of the Red Mother. Okay? Lighten up. Put the energy out there. Look at the little tomcat. Little ginger mog. Let's read that card before I pull any more. I mean, that's really the only card that we... I'll tell you what was coming through. Let's do it for our country. The red, white, and the blue. Let's do it for our country. Our country wants us to. Bit of Grease 2 going on there. Okay, let's look at the 4 of Wands. We should read all of it, not just the meaning. But 4 large and tall blooming hawthorn wands are posted into green grass, creating a large square. That bit of hair there dangling, I might just have to pull it. Whereabouts is it? Come here. Is that it there? I can't see it when I look down. There. I think it's further out. I am seriously doing this because it's like, okay, can stay. Just leave it, Lucy. 4 large and tall blooming hawthorn wands are posted into green grass, creating a large square. Long red ribbons from the wands flutter in the breeze. A lush and beautiful garland of flowers is draped between the 4 wands, creating a boa of sorts. 4 women, one to represent each of the natural elements, are dancing beneath the bower. That's interesting. It took me to the World card. I spoke about the Wheel of Fortune being card number 10, and cycles and completion. I want to say that this is the feminines that have brought this together. The 4 corners of the earth, which then takes me to the 4 elements that are in the fixed signs within the World card. Each woman holds a bouquet of flowers. The woman who represents fire has red hair, so that would be Leo, the energy of Leo in the World card. The second dancer, who signifies the element of water, that'd be Scorpio, has blonde hair and is wearing a royal blue gown. She holds a bouquet of white flowers, symbolising love and emotions. So let's put all these together then. Okay, we will do at the end. The third lady, representing the element of Ver, which will be Aquarius, has dark brown hair, wears a saffron-coloured gown and clutches a posy of yellow flowers. Her sunshine roses stand for friendship and happiness. The fourth woman has golden brown hair and is wearing a green gown representing the element of earth, Taurus. She holds a simple bouquet of greenery and daisies, which signify growth and affection. All of the flowers in the garland above the elemental dancers correspond to the element of fire. The sunflower is for fame and success, the marigold symbolises affection, and the sun and red carnations bring fascination, healing and love. That's a lot coming together, isn't it? Let's go over it. What are all these energies bringing? Well, what are they bringing to the scene? Passion, energy, love and emotions, friendship, happiness, growth, affection, and then that's all surrounded by these beautiful flowers above them, which is for fame and success, affection, fascination, healing, and love. And in the background, the sky is a sunny yellow at dawn. Of course it is. And a castle can be seen. The castle represents security and goals that are achieved. A white and orange cat, we noticed him, sits seriously in the foreground, like a sentinel at the base of one of the wands. Cats are linked to the element of fire, and this little feline seems to be watching over the proceedings. So the meaning. When the Four of Wands dances into a reading, get ready to party. This card symbolises celebrations such as birthday parties and, of course, baby and bridal showers. This may be a celebration with a family or a coven. Divine Feminines, the collective of Divine Feminines. This is a celebration of a happy event, a graduation, an anniversary, or a lavish and fun Sabbath observance. The Four of Wands classically is interpreted as a fertility card, which links it to the Sabbath of Beltane. This card announces an opportunity and a time to share joy with another. It may also represent a time of creativity and freedom of expression. The keyword: celebration, rejoicing over a happy event, freedom, parties, baby and bridal showers, Sabbath celebrations, fertility, creativity, freedom of expression. Sounds like the good life. Good life, good life, good life, good life in the good life. Good life. Divine Masculine. Let me take you to a place I know you want to go. It's a good life. I couldn't resist. I don't think you're going to be able to resist, Divine Masculine. The good life. The good life. Okay, let's finish with a message from the Mother Mary. 27 minutes, 44 seconds. The card's gone on the floor, but I can see what it is. Our Lady of Manifest Miracles. I need a miracle. Card number 11. The 11 there, well, half of it. My heart's beating really fast. Our Lady of Manifest Miracles. You can manifest miracles, Divine Feminines, but you know this. Card number 11. It's like you don't even need to do anything. It's already happening, Divine Feminine. It's already manifested. Love seeks to manifest through you, as you. It is not only your spirit that is to be blessed by love, but your body. That will make sense of the regenerate your body. It's all being taken care of. So love seeks to manifest through you, as you. It is not only your spirit that is to be blessed by love, but your body and your life too. You are meant to live a reality of divine love. I do love that bit of hair. Lucy, you're going to have to just love it. Just love it. It's a little bit out of place, but I can love it. You are meant to experience the presence of the divine in everyday life. Your spiritual life and material existence are not destined to be separate, but rather to be united, enhancing each other, infusing each other with love in sacred relationship. My miracles are not limited to the world of spirit. They manifest in the material world as signs that divine love is alive in the here and now. Will you be a willing channel for my miraculous manifestations? We may think of miracles as special, out of the ordinary occurrences, yet Mother Mary teaches us that the miraculous is meant to happen every day. It already does. I was going to say, but do you pray every day? Do you give thanks and then ask for assistance every day? You'd notice the miracles then. Like I said, we only really pray when we're looking for a miracle. Miracles happen every day. So we may think of miracles as special, out of the ordinary occurrences, yet Mother Mary teaches us that the miraculous is meant to happen every day. It already does. If only we had the eye of the heart open enough to see it, we would be sent into states of rapture at how marvellous divine creation is, at how extraordinary is the creativity that unfolds in every moment of our lives, and how miraculous intervention happens through divine grace. That just shouts that. That's divine grace, divine feminine. I said you are the divine. You are grace. Amazing grace. There's the sirens. Woo. Now they stopped. Just like that. Subtly and yet inevitably, grace brings this person and that person together. Well, if you're grace, you bring this person and that person together. It weaves this synchronicity into that, which leads to another amazing moment of creation. Endlessly, the miracles of creation build upon each other in exquisite patterns of divine love simply happening. We can be fearful of not being in control of it, of not knowing how it is going to work itself out, or we can be in awe and trust and choose to surrender into the flow of the Mother's grace. So vast is the scale of divine intelligence unfolding in perfect plan upon the earth, our minds might become overwhelmed and challenged by what is essentially unfathomable to anything other than the trusting heart that needs no explanation. No matter how we choose to look at things or respond, life itself, including the miraculous manifestations of the Divine Mother, continues. Let's repeat that. No matter how we choose to look at things or respond, life itself, including the miraculous manifestations of the Divine Mother, continues. This oracle, however, brings to you a special task, if you are willing to accept it. This task is to become a sacred vessel through which the miracles of the Mother can be made manifest. Throughout history, there are stories of ordinary people who were asked by Mother Mary to perform some task or other. These tasks were not impossible, but were challenging because they asked each individual to put more faith in her will prevailing than in their fears, and the fears of those around them, even if they couldn't see how that could be possible. And we have the faith card here. These people became known as saints, and they began just as you and I, ordinary people living their lives with a love for the Holy Mother and a desire to be open to the miraculous. To fulfill the task that the Mother will ask of you, whether you know what that is right now or have no idea whatsoever as yet, you'll need to have courage. Courage will help you trust your heart. I just saw a little fly go past then. It took me to a fly on the wall reading. It's like if I'd done a fly on the wall reading, I'd know exactly what's going on within your home, your work, your money, your love life. And it's like, because I heard the kind of, the energy, I hear energy, feelings of if you only you knew what was going on and you want me to have faith. And I felt that was coming from the masculines here. So to fulfill the task that the Mother will ask of you, whether you know what that is right now or have no idea whatsoever as yet, you'll need to have courage. Courage will help you trust your heart as you sense her task for you. It might be a seemingly small task, such as planting a garden of flowers on your front lawn, which will benefit those who pass by. It might be a large task, such as speaking the truth in a relationship where you might fear that in doing so, you will lose the relationship. It might be to write a book or to come out of the spiritual closet, so to speak. It might be to pray for someone who hurt you and to ask for forgiveness for them. It might be to love yourself enough to say no to a relationship that is not right for you, even if there is love there. It might be to move to another place where your light is needed, even if you do not understand that at the time. It might be to support a cause that stirs your heart, or to go to a spiritual class or workshop, or to set some boundaries between you and family members who ask too much of you. Courage will also help us trust in her as we carry out her task. It is through our efforts in carrying out the task asked of us that will empower her to help us. It is difficult to help someone who won't help themselves. We have to give to receive, and as we receive, we are empowered to give. We need to have courage to start the cycle without trying to control it. We need courage to accept the help offered and to keep going. Our Lady of Manifest Miracles wants her presence felt and her plan of love carried out through each one of us in the physical world, and that includes you. There is a plan of love. Our Lady of Manifest Miracles wants her presence felt and her plan of love carried out through each one of us in the physical world, and that includes you. This oracle brings a special message also, that it is time now to put your spiritual principles to the test. It is time to rely on them completely as a way to live and move in the world. It is not only safe to do this, but the only way to really allow her miraculous love to manifest through you. Doing this will mean that all that is destined to be born through you this lifetime can then be. You are being blessed by the Holy Mother, empowered by her, and asked to trust completely in her grace. That's beautiful. I think we can do with doing this healing process and affirmation. Imagine red roses are blooming around your feet. They release a subtle fragrance and their petals seem soft, like velvet. At the centre of each red rose, a golden light shines, releasing radiant bursts of energy. Every burst of energy is a miracle of the Divine Mother taking place. The miracles bring solutions to impossible problems, healing in body and relationships, a windfall, a miraculous discovery, a finding of what was thought lost, a meeting of a soulmate, a path of light through the darkness bestowed. Her endless miracles manifest again and again. You then become aware that you are standing in the centre of a large red rose with soft velvet petals beneath your feet, and you are bathed with golden light. You are a living miracle of the Divine Mother made manifest. Sirens, say this prayer. Holy Mother, Our Lady of Miracles manifesting, I surrender myself to your grace, to your will, and to your divine plan of love. I ask that you happen through me. May I be a channel for your miracles of grace and healing in this world. May my life be spiritually fulfilled, that I may bring more of your light to the world. Through your holy grace, so be it. Just rest for a moment, for as long as feels good, and complete your session with the following affirmation. Mother Mary manifests her miracles through me as I unconditionally accept and celebrate her graceful presence in my body, mind, and soul. What a beautiful reading. What an honour. What an honour. Guys, let's leave it there. Through your holy grace, so be it. I will catch up with you all soon. Until then, take care. Much love. Bye for now.